man.
Oh, Jesus.
And
Hope no one heard that. Nobody heard that.
nah, no one's in it that quick.
I don't think they're doing qualifying. I didn't
No,
check.
it's,
I'm closing this
they're not
window.
gonna do qualifying.
What is going on?
We're going off grid qualifying results. Grids.
That's good. Oh,
Oh,
is there a formation lap? No, there isn't.
no, it is formation. Okay, the two drivers who were on mediums have stayed on mediums, so fair play.
I hope nobody went on the wrong tyre, or else they might
Nah,
get a penalty.
they're all fine. It was
Okay.
Rom and Lix who should have been on medium.
I thought there was someone else. 3. I don't know. Hopefully there isn't desync in this lobby. My microphone got caught under something, and the wire went off. I think you can one-stop this race. So I don't expect people to be making 2 pit stops unless there's a safety car, which they're more than
So
likely.
Lix, if he wanted to, he could go about 15 laps.
Yeah.
On the mediums, and then end the race on the soft.
It's a good strategy, so I can see why the drivers decided.
Oh, my fire alarm's going off then. Jesus.
There's not a lot of delay on that stream, you know.
Yeah, YouTube doesn't usually have a lot of delay on it. It's Twitch. Twitch has a 30-second delay for everyone.
Shit. Well, the driver's going to the last chicane. Ready? Oh, and Cyber Joe and Mr. Hand Sanitizer have been disqualified.
Yeah. Right. You can have the honours again, because I don't want it.
Again.
Yeah.
Maybe Grack will move this time.
Does Grack move? Any bets going on in the YouTube chat?
Maybe. We wait for everybody to come along.
Right then, we finally get underway, and I'll leave it.
And the lobby is glitching again.
I don't want it.
Oh, my camera's fully glitched. Long lights, and it slides out, and away we go. And it looks like Grack got a good start. He's going to have the inside line on Josh Tomo. Rick stays in the lead. Josh Tomo, nice move.
Grack's starting to fall back a little bit there off the start for the first few corners, and that is Lix spinning out again. After turn
just goes
1.
From bad to worse.
Lix has not had a great time so far this season with his spins on lap 1s and just crashing out in general, but Rick keeps the lead. Josh Tomo overtakes Grack. There is a yellow flag, but that is for Lix, who is at the back.
Jacobos. Rom's dropping places.
Oliveira on the inside of Gleaming gets Gleaming, but they're going side by side. Up to Cop's corner. They're going to stay side by side. Are we going to see a Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen here? Oh, they keep it clean.
They keep it clean. Oliveira gets the jump.
Keep it clean.
But yeah,
Oliveira keeps position ahead.
2 medium runners.
Rick is already a second ahead of Josh Tomo. Back to chase Josh Tomo. Jacobo right on the back of Velocity.
Olivier deciding that he doesn't want to upshift. He's just going to stay in 7th gear. Like a tractor down the straight.
Bravo Joe.
This is
It's a
even
very, so far so good. Some clean racing so far, apart from the one incident. And two, Rom has pitted also. Oh, and Sauber Joe has just gone off.
Oh. Jeez.
Sauber Joe has just decided, just crashed off. He just
Even
ground
someone's trying to go around the outside of Gleaming, down and fighting for P5. Down the straight they come. Gleaming seems to be using a lot of ERS here. He's flashing in the first lap. So he's not going to be fast or effective using the battery.
I don't quite know how that wasn't a safety car there, but move.
I'm not complaining anyway.
Not complaining.
I'll try look for action across the grid.
Right behind Josh Tomo. Gets the bear exits coming out of Cop's corner. Gonna go into Maggots. The bear is directly behind him. Oh,
it's getting close.
Getting very close with the braking, but I don't think it's
the
close
line
enough
that
to make
takes
a move.
grass seems to be popular coming out of Maggot.
They're both not using any ERS, so should be fine. Gleaming going for a possible move on Oliveira, just not close enough for it, but he's going to go for the inside line here.
Mr. Hand Sanitizer already with a penalty. And
Gleaming and Oliveira side by side down the Hamilton Straight. Going to go into turn 1 side by side. Is anyone going to back out? Gleaming does. Gives into Oliveira.
He's got a better run at him.
Yeah.
Maybe around the outside now. No.
The DRS is enabled now, so. Oh, that's Sung creeping up on the right side of Gleaming there.
That was unexpected. I didn't see that.
And Sung gets it done.
Gleaming's lost a lot out of this battle, but maybe 3 wide, nearly.
So for some reason, the Sauber Joe couldn't turn his steering wheel.
It's just unfortunate. Oh, the 2 medium runners all the way.
Unfortunately for him, we will not be restarting for one driver. Oh, who's that? The Alpine behind him going a bit wide. Actually, I think that's fine. I think that's a lot of the guys picked that route coming out of Cop's corner anyway. Rick with a 2-second gap now to Josh Tomo. With Grack going for the overtake, gets the inside line here and gets the pass done with DRS wide open.
Yeah, good move.
Sung gets Oliveira down the DRS straight as well.
Maybe Oliveira could send one. No, he's gonna stick behind. There's no DRS on the pit straight, so they have to put up with a couple of corners before the detection. Grack gets the fastest lap, but I'm sure that will be stripped away pretty quickly. Oh, Olivier sliding on.
Oh, Veloxy has the inside line here on Gleaming. Gonna go for a move. I'm not sure how close he is. I can't see the other car because of this camera, but he does end up going behind him as he's gonna be stuck right at the back of a DRS train with about 5 drivers are involved in a DRS train right now, with Mr. Hand Sanitizer 5 seconds behind and looking at it and wishing he had DRS.
Big DRS train. Yeah.
Josh Tomo on the back of Grack going up to Cop's corner.
And I'm starting to wonder, where is everybody?
Yeah. So the top 3 are pulling themselves away from the rest of the pack.
Josh Tomo's getting very close to the back of Grack now. Grack goes on the grass again, and Josh Tomo's going to get a better run at him. She'll get that move pretty easily done. Yeah, does. Solid move.
And that is a solid move there from Justin.
Scan down the grid.
We'll get
Olivier
back to the DRS train going on behind them. Oliveira is currently leading that DRS train, so he's obviously not going to have DRS because there is a 3-second gap to the guy in front. Gleaming. Oh.
Maybe he got squeezed a little bit. I don't know.
He's going to go down the inside though.
There's a lot of dirt on the track.
Side by side. But I think Sung is going to come out on top as they are wheel banging through that turn. But Sung is so far out alive, but I think Gleaming is going to get it done. They do some more wheel banging.
Jeez.
Oh, they are very close.
This is not the cleanest race. But velocity's creeping up on Gleaming. And Jacobo started to come into this battle too.
He is. He's waiting for the opportunity to pounce because of how close they are. If they all get good exits out of Maggots and Beckett's,
Oh, it's
they could all overtake Oliveira.
It's unfortunate for Oliveira that they got DRS there.
Yeah.
I think he was just at 1 second at the detection point.
But Oliveira has pulled away enough so Sung can't catch him. Gleaming gets a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, he was going a bit wide out of some of them corners.
Crack on the back of Josh Tomo still. These guys are probably going to be battling out all race by the looks of it.
And Rick continues to pull out the gap in front.
Yeah. As long as these two continue to fight, Rick will just continue to pull out away from him.
Ah, that DRS train is become.
Sung got the DRS, but not quite close enough. Runs out straight. Get the move done on Oliveira.
Jacobo's right in the rear of Velocity now. Oh, and he loses it there.
Sung, possibly going to get Oliveira going into the cop's corner. Ooh. He is. He's down the inside.
Great racing.
Side by side going into Maggots and Beckett's. Who's going to pull out? And it's Oliveira.
Oliveira steps out for the DRS, I think.
Maybe. I mean, it is risky going side by side there, but
I don't think he's going to get him.
Is he going to get him? He is going to get all, but Sung defends the inside line. They're side by side. Oliveira's now going to have the inside line going into this next turn. And I think he's going to have the move welling done, but Sung's going to go for the switchback.
Gleaming's starting to creep up on them as well. They want to be cautious about the third party.
Turn one. They're very close.
He's all over the back of him, down the inside.
He doesn't go for the dive bomb. He doesn't go for it. I think a lot of drivers would have gone for that.
Oh, Gleaming rear ends him, and he's side by side.
Yeah, they're going side by side right down here.
I think Oliveira is safe.
And now Gleaming he is safe. Gleaming gets the overtake done on Sung. Oh, and Sung almost has a moment there, almost goes off, but he saves it. Good for that. So lap 7 then.
Rai Ray's writing an essay, and Div 1 race to chat about because Cyber Joe went off at Ferrari. I'll be interested to see what he says.
Yeah, it was because of what Cyber Joe said. Anyway, the grid after during lap 7. Rick still in first position, 2 seconds away. He was pulled from Josh Tomo and Grack, who are the second and third. Oliveira is in 4th, Gleaming 5th, Sung 6th, Veloxy is 7th, Jacobo 8th, 9th is Mr. Hansanitizer, and he's just falling away from the DRS train. Lix, who has spun turn 1 lap 1, down in 10th, and Rom, not quite sure what happened to him, but he might have got damaged and had to pit. Get back to the action.
This is great racing for the most part. Mr. Hansen gets another penalty. This goes from bad to worse for him.
So far, very good racing. Gleaming has the DRS on Oliveira. I think he's going to make the move
ERS,
here.
Though.
Yeah,
we can see the ERS of Oliveira. Oh, Oliveira nearly has fully raced.
Oliveira and Sung and Veloxy and Jacobo all got their DRS. It's Gleaming
Wow.
that's completely dumped it to get into 4th position.
Yeah, Gleaming's going to be at a massive disadvantage. Veloxy goes a little bit wide. Gleaming's flashing. That's not going to help him at all.
Yeah. Oliveira's going to be loving that view of seeing his lights flashing there,
You should definitely
he-
get him down here.
as he is close enough for an overtake. Gleaming's going to
I think-
defend the inside line,
Maybe
but he's going
some
to get
as
it
well.
done before the braking zone. Oliveira gets it done back up into P4.
And they're all just sitting behind, waiting for the DRS straight. Gleaming's, I think he's trying to save a bit of his DRS now. Maybe he's realised that he's using it ineffectively.
Yeah. But at this
He's
point
all
it's
over the
too
back
late
of the
for
lip.
him now, yeah. As the rest of them have still got about 80, 60. But they're all saving it well. And very good
Gleaming's
management from
flashing
some... Oh,
again.
that's a Ferrari. Jacobo going very wide there. I think he almost spins. Just caught that a little bit.
Gleaming used every last bit of the ERS that he had there to try to get past.
Josh Tomo is still chasing down Grack. These two have changed positions a few times.
Lix is trying to overtake Mr. Hand Sanitizer.
Gets it done. Oh,
Oh god.
good view of this.
Oh Jesus, what was that exit?
Oh, and Mr. Hand Sanitizer just lets him past, or I don't know. That was a bit weird. But we'll go back to Josh Tomo. Not close enough to get the overtake done.
Oliveira
Oliveira
is trying to...
gets Gleaming again. So far, the guys that are losing out.
Sung's into the pits. I think he's going to go for the undercut here.
It is lap 10. It is around about the time for people to pit.
I think that's a great
Yeah.
chance. And I think
16
I
laps
think
is
a lot of-
possible.
because he's getting held up a lot, and they're gonna be battling it out, and they're gonna lose time. I think that was my game. He had a pretty slow pit stop. Here goes Gleaming down the inside of Oliveira. Oliveira's gonna fight
Ooh.
back with no room.
Oh, he's pushing them through there.
Yeah. Parked on the apex of the corner.
So far, nothing really much is happening in this DRS chamber apart from the guys who are up top of it.
Mr. Hand Sanitizer has 9 seconds of penalties. Lix is fighting his way back up the grid. He's 18 seconds away from that DRS train now.
Oh, and Josh Tomo does get Grack on the DRS straight. These two are still battling it, but not losing too much time to Rick because of their battling, so... But they've been battling the entire race so far.
We haven't really spoken about Rom, but he hasn't had the best race so far.
Rom is down
Oh,
there.
everyone's
in
into the pits now.
Everyone's-
Jacobo, Velocity, Gleeman. Now, will Even Sung get past them? That's the question. Did something happen to him because he's quite a bit back? It'll be quite tight.
Where is Sung?
Sung's into the chicane now. I don't think it's as close as he would have wanted.
Did he have a good outlap though? That's his.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
he
he's
is going to
gonna
get
pass
them.
Everyone.
Does.
That was a great idea.
Sung complete
Oh, someone's had a crash.
the undercut.
Someone's had a big crash.
Is that Veloxy? No, it's
Mr. Hand Sanitizer, and he's reset the track as well.
Oh, Mr. Hand Sanitizer has not had the best race so far, but Sung did complete the undercut.
Yeah,
Gets himself
And-
1.4 seconds ahead of Gleaming.
he's quite a bit ahead of them now.
That DRS train has currently disappeared. And the only battle
Lix is
going
up
on right now is
7
Grack.
positions.
Grack on Josh Tomo. Doesn't go for the move.
This has been a great battle. I don't
Oh,
think it's got
oh, Grack goes for the dummy pit.
Grack's
But
gonna be
Josh
at a
Tomo
major
goes for
disadvantage
it.
now.
Yeah.
That
Grack was gonna pit, but he dummies it, and Josh Tomo goes for it instead. And Rick pits also, so
I'm not sure why he would do that. It's not going to benefit Grack by pitting.
So Josh Tomo go for that undercut then
Olivier stayed out.
on Grack.
He didn't go into the pits. I don't think that's. I think he's going to get passed by everyone now.
Rom has now creeped himself back up the field because of his early pit stop in lap 1. Finds himself right behind Jacobo.
It was a good idea by Even Sung to undercut all
Yes,
of them.
and he does get Oliveira as well.
Because he can show his true pace now by not being in that train.
Oliveira got overtaken by 2 drivers there.
Yeah, he stayed out another lap.
Yeah. Let me check.
Cyber Joe's quit the league. Or he's taking a break.
Mr. Sanitizer pits and goes on hards. He is at this rate out of the race.
Grack's coming into the pits now, so we're gonna have to keep an eye on Josh Tomo.
He's got a 24-second gap to Rick. So how long is the pit stop in Britain?
Lix has DRS on Rick, but I don't think he's too far back to make a move.
Oh, they're right
Lix
behind
nearly
Gleaming.
has no ERS as well.
The yellow flag, I think that's an
Someone's
outing of
had an awful hand sanitizer again.
Let's
Rom on
keep an
Jacobo.
eye on-
Right outside.
So Rick and Lix, they're going to go past Grack. And I think Josh Tomo's going to get him here. It's going to be a close. Josh Tomo is going to get him.
Yeah.
Josh Tomo does get past him, but there's not much of a
Nice
gap there. There's only a
undercut.
second gap. But for now, it has worked.
Undercut. The undercut is quite powerful here,
Yes.
as you can maybe see.
Does pull himself a nice gap, so he'll be looking to keep that gap. So he can try and
Mr.
catch
Hand
up to Rick.
Sanitizer is close to getting lapped.
Yeah, he just went wide there.
It's just unfortunate. Now, Gleaming's trying to merge his way into a gap of Oliveira.
Jacobo is on Rom
Oh.
as well.
I think something's wrong with Gleaming.
Gleaming?
Something.
No, his wing's
I don't
fine.
know. No, his gears, they went crazy on the straight. And he lost a lot of time.
Oh.
We're halfway through the Grand Prix now. And positions.
Oh! Rom pushes Jacobo off there on the DRS straight, causing Jacobo to go wide, very wide there and lose a lot of time. That's probably going to be a report coming in from Jacobo to Rom. As of right now, Lix is the only one to not pit. He's on 13 lap old mediums. I would expect him to pit at least lap 16, 17 to have the soft advantage. But he still needs to pull away.
He's still going to be dead last.
At this rate, he will be dead last.
It's going to hurt when Mr.
So maybe
Mr. Hand Sanitizer.
a safety car is what Lix needs.
Yeah, that would help him a lot. But Mr. Hand Sanitizer is going to be getting blue flags very soon. And it's you don't want to be lapped in a league race.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which he is going to be lapped, I believe. He is, moves out the way nicely, goes onto the grass. He doesn't need to go to that extreme measure of moving out the way. He does that anyway. Grack is now
DRS.
No, he doesn't have DRS. He's within 1 second, but he doesn't have DRS.
Oh god.
So it's hard to do the other way.
And I wonder when we're going to see Licks into the pits.
I reckon about lap 17, 16.
Personally, I don't think the mandatory pit stop should be in the game. I don't know why it is. It's debatable.
I mean, for the next game, it doesn't matter what like for Q2. If you you can qualify on any tyre. It doesn't matter. You can start on any tyre you want for the race. So that does change things up. And Sanitizer does retire. I think he retired on grid.
He's retired on the track.
Yeah. I hope that's not going to cause a safety car.
Hopefully not.
Sometimes it does, but
that would be great for
Licks. Yeah, it would be great for Licks, but nah, no safety car. The car is removed nicely.
Great work by the marshals.
Directly behind Licks, as Licks' tyres are now starting to struggle. Maybe it's time for him to come in. But the earlier he pits, the worse his softs are going to be at the end.
I think another lap, maybe, would be good enough.
Didn't pit this lap, so might be doing one more lap. Or you might try and leave it as late as possible.
Josh Thomas gets a penalty.
Ooh.
That could...
Can you check the race director for me? And see who has what warnings?
Yeah.
Nice little insight there. Because only 2 drivers so far have got penalties. There was 3 drivers, but Mr. Hand Sanitizer retired. So.
Let me check the race control.
The only racing so far is Josh Tomo on Licks, Grack, also chasing Licks behind Josh Tomo. I think the overtake is going to be very possible here for Josh Tomo if he gets a better exit than Licks. Licks again is on old tyres.
He's flashing as well. I think this is the lap to come in.
Well, I think Josh Tomo is going to go down the inside here.
Licks is going to come out dead last.
Move done. Licks is going pitting. Licks is pitting.
Okay, so he's 9 laps to do on these softs, if I've done that correctly.
Rom on Jacobo.
Where's Licks going to come out? Oh,
he's going to be right at the back, right at the bottom.
He's going to be very...
Yeah, that's not quite worked out for him there because of no safety car. So he is now last.
There was a safety car.
And there's going to be quite some gap, and I don't think he's going to be able to make that up in time by the end of the race. His soft advantage will last about 4 laps. He's 14 seconds behind Rom. He needs to make up 14 seconds, and then he is behind.
Rom has not had the best comeback race.
5th below. Grack? I mean, he's had alright. He's had alright race. He's in 3rd.
Rom.
Oh, Rom? Yeah, Rom didn't start off well. Had to pit. He's on 14 lap old mediums as well. So he's probably going to look to end the race maybe.
Oh, he goes very wide. Well, I mean, he is improving.
He's still getting Jacobo, but DRS does help with that.
I think the DRS train is more or less gone.
Yeah. Jacobo is now...
Gleaming sets his personal best.
Jacopo is now within reach of Veloxy. He will get DRS, which, in Jacopo's delight, he will be very happy about that. Now that he doesn't, now that he can defend from Rom a lot more easier. Maybe don't even have to defend from him now.
Touches the inside curb as which. Oh,
Oh, that's
spun it.
Rom.
No, did he hit a wall? I don't think he
No,
did.
he just cuts it off the grass because he had a moment there. Ooh, not very good for him. Lick so far has only gained a second. 2 seconds now.
He's improving. Oh,
But Josh Tomo and Grack going back and forth. They've done it every single lap. Grack and Josh Tomo having a fantastic battle and a fantastic race today.
Jacopo's going to be looking to stay within DRS of velocity.
Oh, Ron pits.
And oh,
So
maybe he
that
did get one damage.
is likely Rom's race is over. Unless the safety car happens, which I highly doubt at this rate.
He might be going in to retire. I don't see the point in continuing.
There's still points on the line, that's why.
Oh yeah,
A
it's
point is a
guaranteed
point.
points if you
So,
finish.
yeah, a point is a point, which I think
Jacopo's maybe down the inside. No, 6 behind.
oh wow, I just seen your announcement.
Yes.
No report.
Yeah.
Jacopo is very close behind Velocity now. They have a very good overtaking opportunity down the DRS straight. Right behind Velocity. And he should get him down this straight. Go on
The
board.
grass is fair snackered from the tyres going on it, they say.
Velocity weaving, trying to break the slipstream, but it doesn't do that. But
Oh
Velocity
my
just
god, that was...
brakes super late.
Watching from Jacopo's on board, that was... Parks in the middle of the
Oh,
track.
Velocity's just dive bombing
He's
it,
desperate for that
braking
position.
really late, but he's getting away with it. He's making it stick.
Licks gets a penalty.
That's just add to his woes, as he's still not catching the pack. But we've got 6 laps left remaining in this race. Then closest by Jacopo and Velocity.
Velocity doesn't get the best exit, he's going to be sitting duck down the straight.
They've both got the same ERS. Velocity's going to defend the inside
Jacopo
line.
pulls to the outside. Oh, they're wheel to wheel.
Oh, Jacopo gets a penalty.
I think he should get that removed because he definitely got pushed. He got pushed
that's
off
racing.
the track there. Yeah,
But it's racing,
Oh.
so, but I
they're
won't
going to be
comment
side
on
by
it.
side again.
Oh, Velocity keeps his car
He
right
pushes
next to
him
him. As
wide.
going to go into Baggins and Beckett side by side. Who's going to pull out? Velocity. Oh, Jacopo gets a bad entry there because of the late pull out from Velocity, but
Jacopo
Velocity,
can't do a lot. Maybe weave a little, but no, not anymore. They're side by side into Stowe. Velocity, nice move. That was a good move.
Very
But
nice
Jacopo is going to send one.
it doesn't get it done.
Oh, but Velocity. I think the positions aren't going to change until that's straight now. Jacopo can just sit behind, and oh, they get very
Josh
close
Tomo.
there.
Josh Tomo is the 10th behind Gravinos on the DRS straight. These two are still battling it out.
Yeah, they haven't got the recognition that this battle.
Rick has
That's
grown his
deserved.
lead, but not by a whole lot, actually. Only about 7
Ram
seconds.
gets the fastest lap. And it's going to be more than likely a Grand Slam for Rick. Which is...
Is he
I
fast
think
as
it's a
that?
Grand Slam. No, the Grand Slam is all the laps led. So the fastest lap is not required.
I thought it was fast as that. Fast as
No,
that
I
was
think
wrong,
it's-
but
Yeah, all the laps led, win the Grand Prix and take pole.
yeah.
Now, let's go back to Jacopo Velocity. Jacopo has DRS now. He's going to pull to the outside. Velocity can't do much about it. He sends one, pushes him wide.
Again.
Yeah, this is... They keep pushing each other wide and then do
Oh,
it
Gleaming
again.
has an 8-second time penalty.
Oh,
And Grack has a
God.
time penalty as well, so no matter what happens with these two, whoever finishes ahead of each other is second.
Yeah,
And Sung is just out of reach of that, so maybe if these two collide, start slowing each other down, Song is only
Jacopo,
2 seconds out.
40% DRS.
Very.
He's not going to deploy the DRS down the straight. He's just going to use his DRS. He's just going to use what he has. Velocity gets it nicely. Jacopo goes very deep.
Jacopo has a 3-second time penalty though, so even if he gets ahead of Velocity at the end of the race, it don't matter unless he gets 3 seconds ahead.
Yeah.
First time out.
Gleaming. He hasn't had the best race.
On the
has
back
he?
of Grack again. Has to go around
He's
the
gonna-
outside.
He gets a better exit.
Oh,
Oh, he goes wide.
Has a run wide there. They're racing each other nice and hard, and they're pushing each other to the limit. Very good racing from both of these two. It's been every single lap these guys have been battling.
Oliveira is starting to close. He's got pretty close to even Sun. He's
But-
improving.
These guys have managed to battle each other, but not lose much time to Rick at all.
Yeah.
Rick is ahead, but only by 8 seconds.
That's the choice of Silverstone. That
Yeah.
you can battle with not a lot of consequences. Where's Josh Tomo going to go to the outside, but there's no space there.
Get Formula V away from the street circuits, and the racing
Yes.
is gold.
And this is the best racing we've
This
seen
is
in
the
a
best
while.
racing we've seen this season.
Josh Tomo cuts the
Oh
corner.
yeah, he
nearly.
decides to stay behind him there so he can get DRS.
That's got a better exit. I don't think he's going to try anything through Maggots and Beckett's. He's going to wait for the DRS. But Josh Tom's got 2 track limits warnings on this lap. Or, well, I don't know if they're warnings. I'll check the race director. But,
So Grack does have the fresher tyres by a lap. Whether that's going to mean a lot in this battle, I don't know. But they're still trading away position.
Josh Tomo has 1 warning left until he gets a penalty.
Oh,
Rom gets a penalty.
he's going to want to be very careful here while battling Grack. Song is creeping up in there.
Yeah, he actually is.
3.6
They
seconds
have-
behind. He needs to
They've
be
lost
within
time.
3 seconds before the race
He needs to get a
finishes, and he
move
will
on
get
now.
P2. He will get a podium here if he drives quicker. Sung Verhaas, the race winner in the last round in Baku, looking for another podium again.
Velocity and Jacopo down in P7. Jacopo's going to cut to the inside. And Velocity's not going to deploy DRS, so he's just going to stay behind. To Brooklands. The order doesn't change.
Just watching Sung's delta to see if he gets any closer, but he's about a second off.
Oh, I am lagging like crazy. Is Veloxley going to deploy DRS? I think he's going to wait for the last lap. Maybe. But that battle doesn't really matter because of penalties. So
we're 2 laps away then from this race ending. Rick is in the lead, a comfortable lead at the moment. Doesn't look
battle
like
for P2 continues.
The battle for P2 does continue, which for Evan Sung, he's going to want that to continue, as he's only 5/10 out of the 3-second range, which they both have a 3-second time limit.
I think Grach could have went for it there. I don't know why he sat behind. Ram gets the fastest lap again. He's trying to get that extra point for Williams, I suppose.
The only thing that sucks for Evan Sung right now is that these two are, one of these are getting DRS, so they're able to pull each other away.
Yeah. Yes.
So Sung needs to drive to the limit right now. Ooh. Look how close that is. This is going to be a very close last lap of this race here.
Here comes Grach. Down the inside. Josh Thomo can't do much to fight that back, so he's just going to have to concede and wait for the next straight to come to his aid.
Warning. Josh Thomo needs another warning.
Grach goes wide. Oh.
Aaron, Josh Thomo needs another warning to get a penalty.
Yeah, Grach went wide there, so I think he got a warning. So they're both on their last warnings on the last lap of the Grand Prix.
Last lap of the Grand Prix here then. Josh Thomo and Grach are fighting for P2, while Sung is just creeping up behind, hoping that these two get into an altercation of some sort, which puts him in the podium position. But so far, he's just outside of that range.
He's so close. He just needs to go fast.
On the cusp of it. He needs these two to battle.
He's using all that ERS. Everything left in the tank.
He needs these two to battle, which Josh Thomo does have a lot. Oh, they both got a lot of ERS.
He's inside 3 seconds.
Oh, he's inside 3 seconds. So at the moment, Josh Thomo is going to miss out on the podium place if he doesn't get Grach down this DRS straight. He's going to have to deploy everything he's got. Well, he got always to get the inside line. Oh, and Josh Thomo spins. Josh Thomo goes round.
Grach has won. Rick has won the Grand Prix with the Grand Slam, but Josh Thomo spun, and that guarantees Evan Sung the last place on the podium. Wow,
Sung
what a race!
And
Rick with the Grand Slam, one of the most comfortable performances that I've seen. Dominance again for Williams.
Absolutely fantastic racing from Grach and Josh Thomo there.
Yeah. I don't think we're doing interviews, but I would be interested to ask.
No,
wow, what a race.
I won't do interviews.
Yeah, that's the Grand Prix.
Well, that's the Grand Prix then. Rick wins. A nice dominant victory, led every single lap. Didn't pull too far away, but a win's a win still. Kept his cool, kept his composure, didn't make no mistakes, and gets the win. Grach, battling with Josh Thomo the entire race, manages to get himself out of the 3-second zone of Evan Sung, and keeps his P2. And Sung gets himself on the podium there. Managed to drive fast enough. Bags himself a nice P3 for Haas team.
I think Rom did have another spin, but that's the end of the race now. Everyone crosses the checkered flag. But Silverstone always provides.
But Josh Thomo there at the end must be gutted. If he had made the move on Grach,
yeah,
he would have got P2. Or they both would have, or one of them would have fell out and Sung would have got P2.
It's the same old on the podium.
Same old faces.
Even Sung adds to his great consistency so far with a win and a podium.
That was a very good race.
That's all we have to offer now.
That is it.
There's the final classification for the admins trying to do.
Yeah. 39 minutes that race took. No safety cars, so that was a great race. Very good race. Very entertaining one.
Ron with the fastest lap, 128, 151.
And just gets that fastest lap point as well. So he brings home 2 points for Williams instead of however many he would have wanted going in this race. But that's going to be it then from us from round 5 British Grand Prix. But tuning next week, hopefully with more drivers, hopefully a full grid for round 6, which I believe is Austria.